We all want success, we all want peace, we all want freedom, but there's one truth many ignore. Before you can master anything outside of you, you must first master everything inside of you. Your words, your mind, your emotions, and your money are not separate. They are deeply connected. If one is out of balance, everything else follows. Today I challenge you, are you in control or are you controlled? The words we speak are not just sounds passing through our lips, they are seeds planted into the soil of our reality. Every word carries energy, and that energy shapes the environment we live in. Most people underestimate the power of their own voice because they speak without intention. They talk out of habit, without realizing that every sentence is either building their future or breaking it down. Your words are like paint on the canvas of your life. What you speak consistently is what you create. Think about it. How many times have you said, "I'm broke," without even thinking twice? How often do you casually say, "I'm tired, I'm not good enough," or "I can't do this"? It might feel harmless in the moment, but what you're really doing is programming your mind to believe those words. The more you repeat something, the more your subconscious accepts it as truth. And once your mind believes it, your actions follow. Before you know it, your life starts reflecting exactly what you've been speaking all along. Words are commands to your future. When you say, "I can't afford this," your brain stops looking for solutions. But when you say, "How can I afford this?" your brain automatically begins searching for opportunities. The difference between failure and success often starts with the words you allow yourself to speak. You don't have to feel confident to speak confidence. You don't have to feel wealthy to speak wealth. Words come first. Feelings and results follow. What most people don't realize is that the universe responds to language. Whether you call it God, energy, or the laws of nature, there is a force that listens to every word you speak and shapes your life accordingly. When you declare positive, intentional words over your life, you're giving permission for those things to manifest. That's why you can't afford to speak carelessly. When you speak life, you attract life. When you speak doubt, you attract struggle. You might be going through challenges right now, but the power to shift your entire situation starts with your tongue. Even in the middle of chaos, you must train yourself to say, "I am capable, I am strong, I am figuring this out." Speaking power doesn't mean denying your reality. It means reshaping your reality. Successful people speak their vision before they see it. They speak abundance while their bank account is empty. They speak healing while their body is in pain. They speak peace while their mind is in turmoil. It's not about lying to yourself. It's about aligning your words with where you're going, not where you are. Your language creates an atmosphere around you. Walk into any room and you can feel the energy of the words spoken there. Negative environments are often built on negative conversations. But when you speak words of hope, gratitude, and belief, you shift the atmosphere, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Your words have the power to elevate or suffocate the people in your life. This is why self-mastery starts with mastering your mouth. The words you choose set the standard for how others treat you, how your mind thinks, and what your future becomes. If you want to change your life, start by changing what you say daily. Replace complaints with gratitude. Replace doubt with possibility. Replace "I can't" with "I will." Speak what you want to see, not what you currently see. Even if nothing around you changes instantly, everything inside you will begin shifting the moment your language shifts. Speak discipline until you become disciplined. Speak abundance until you attract abundance. Speak love until you feel love. Your mouth is your steering wheel, and your life will always move in the direction of your most dominant words. If you don't like where you're headed, check what you've been saying to yourself and others. What would your life look like if you spoke as if everything you desire was already on its way to you? Master your words and you'll rewrite your future. Your mind is the control center of your entire life. Every decision, every action, and every habit begins as a thought. The reality you experience on the outside is simply a reflection of what's happening on the inside. If you want to change your life, you have to first change the way you think. The mind is powerful, but most people never take the time to train it. They let their thoughts run on autopilot, unaware that every thought is either building their future or destroying it. Your mind is constantly creating narratives. It's either feeding you stories of possibility or stories of limitation. The problem is, most people have allowed years of negative conditioning to dictate the stories playing in their heads. Thoughts like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not lucky, or things never work out for me aren't facts. They're patterns. And patterns become prisons when left unchecked. The mind will always follow the path of least resistance, which is why it's easier to think small than to believe in something greater. The key to mastering your mind is understanding that your thoughts are not just random ideas. They are instructions. Every thought plants a seed, and what you consistently think about will eventually show up in your life. If you keep thinking about lack, you'll live in lack. If you keep thinking about failure, you'll attract failure. But if you train your mind to focus on growth, solutions, and abundance, your actions will naturally align with those thoughts. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you believe. Belief is simply a thought you've repeated so many times that it becomes your truth. That's why it's not enough to set goals. You have to mentally rehearse yourself achieving them. See yourself winning in your mind before you ever experience it in reality. The greatest battles you'll ever fight won't be in the world, they'll be in your mind. Every day you're either feeding your dreams or feeding your doubts, and whatever you feed will grow. Mental discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who settle. It's not about having positive thoughts all the time. It's about catching negative thoughts before they take root. The first thought isn't always in your control, but the second thought is. When fear creeps in, replace it with faith. When self-doubt whispers, answer with confidence. When your mind says, I can't, respond with, I will. Most people think they need motivation to take action, but the truth is, action creates motivation. The mind works like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. The more you push yourself to think positively, the more natural it becomes. Small mental shifts, repeated consistently, create massive transformation over time. Another secret to mastering your mind is guarding your input. What you consume mentally becomes the raw material your brain uses to build your reality. The books you read, the conversations you engage in, and the content you watch all influence how you think. If you're constantly feeding your mind negativity, gossip, or fear, don't be surprised when your thoughts are full of worry and doubt. But if you fill your mind with knowledge, positivity, and inspiration, your entire mindset will start to shift. Every day you have two choices: let your mind run wild or train your mind to serve your purpose. It starts by becoming aware of your self-talk. What are you telling yourself on a daily basis? Are your thoughts pushing you forward or holding you back? If you're not intentional with your thoughts, your mind will always default to fear, doubt, and excuses. But the moment you take control of your mind, you take control of your entire life. The greatest investment you'll ever make is learning how to think differently. Success is not about luck, talent, or even hard work. It's about mastering your inner world. Your thoughts create your beliefs create your habits, and your habits create your destiny. If you want to elevate your life, you have to first elevate your thinking. You have the power to reprogram your mind at any moment. It won't happen overnight, but every time you choose a positive thought over a negative one, you're rewiring your brain for success. The mind will believe anything you tell it. The question is, what are you telling yourself? If you can train your mind to think possibility, discipline, and abundance, your actions will naturally align with that vision. Your mind drives your actions, and your actions drive your future. Once you learn to master your mind, there is nothing in this world that can stop you. Emotions are one of the most powerful forces in life. They have the ability to lift you to your highest potential or trap you in your darkest moments. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle isn't that one group feels more or less. It's that one group masters their emotions, while the other becomes a slave to them. Emotions are not meant to control you, they are meant to guide you. The problem is, most people live their entire lives reacting to how they feel, rather than using what they feel as a tool to grow. Every emotion serves a purpose. Fear protects you. Anger signals that a boundary has been crossed. Sadness allows you to release pain. Joy reminds you of what's possible. The problem isn't the emotion itself, it's how you respond to it. When you don't understand your emotions, they become traps. They pull you into cycles of frustration, self-doubt, and procrastination. But when you learn to process and harness your emotions, they become fuel for your next level. Emotions were never designed to lead your life, they were designed to inform your decisions, not dictate them. The most dangerous thing you can do is make permanent decisions based on temporary feelings. How many dreams have died because someone felt discouraged for a season and gave up? How many opportunities have been missed because fear whispered, "What if you fail?" Feelings are real, but they are not always true. Just because you feel unworthy doesn't mean you are. Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you're not ready. Just because you're angry doesn't mean you're right. The secret is learning how to pause between what you feel and what you do. That space is where self-mastery happens. Most people don't give themselves that moment. They react out of impulse. They let their emotions drive their words, their actions, and their decisions. But when you train yourself to pause, you give your higher self the chance to take control. You start asking, what is this emotion trying to teach me? Instead of fighting your emotions or suppressing them, you learn how to listen without being led. Anger can be a powerful tool if you channel it into action instead of destruction. Instead of exploding in rage, use that energy to fuel your discipline, push harder, and create solutions. Fear can sharpen your focus if you don't let it paralyze you. When fear shows up, it's usually a sign that you're about to step into something greater. The goal isn't to get rid of fear, it's to move forward in spite of it. Even sadness can be a tool for reflection, helping you release what no longer serves you so you can create space for something better. The most successful people in the world don't avoid their emotions, they master them. They feel the same fear, doubt, frustration, and insecurity as everyone else. The difference is they refuse to let those emotions control their actions. They acknowledge how they feel, but they make decisions based on their vision, not their feelings. It means choosing discipline over impulse. You don't have to wait to feel motivated to take action. You don't have to feel confident to show up. You don't have to feel ready to start. Mastering your emotions starts with awareness. Pay attention to your triggers. Notice what emotions consistently hold you back. Is it fear, anger, self-doubt? Once you identify the pattern, you can interrupt it. The moment you feel that familiar wave of frustration or insecurity, pause and ask yourself, is this emotion serving me or stopping me? That one question will shift your entire life. The truth is, you will never completely eliminate negative emotions because you're human, but you can learn to use them instead of letting them use you. Every time you choose self-control over impulse, you're rewiring your mind for greatness. Every time you keep moving forward despite fear, you're breaking the cycle. Every time you respond with wisdom instead of reacting out of emotion, you're becoming the person you're meant to be. Your emotions are not your enemy, they are your teachers. They show you where you're still healing. When you master your emotions, you master your life. The world belongs to those who can feel everything and still choose to act with wisdom, clarity, and purpose. The question is not whether you'll feel fear, anger, or doubt. The question is what you'll do with those emotions when they show up. Will they trap you, or will you turn them into tools that push you forward? The power is in your hands. Use your emotions. Don't let them use you. Money is one of the most misunderstood forces in life. People chase it, fight for it, and even lose themselves trying to get more of it. But the truth is, money is not the destination. It's a reflection of who you are and how you manage yourself. Money is simply a mirror showing how disciplined, responsible, and intentional you are. If you want to change your financial situation, you don't start with money. You start with your mindset, your habits, and your self-worth. Most people believe that if they just had more money, their problems would disappear. But the truth is, money only multiplies what already exists inside of you. If you're careless with $100, you'll be careless with $10,000. If you're undisciplined with a small paycheck, you'll be undisciplined with a big one. Money doesn't change who you are, it amplifies who you are. That's why lottery winners go broke and millionaires who lose everything can rebuild from nothing. The difference isn't the amount, it's the mindset behind it. Your relationship with money is a reflection of how you value yourself. If you constantly say, I'm broke or I can't afford that, you're reinforcing a mindset of lack. You're not just describing your current situation, you're programming your mind to believe that struggle is your identity. But people who master money speak a different language. Even when they don't have much, they say, I'm learning to manage my money. They ask, how can I afford this? Instead of saying, I can't afford this. They speak wealth before they ever see it, because they understand that wealth starts in the mind before it shows up in the bank account. Money is not the root of success. Discipline is. How you manage the little will always determine how much you receive. The person who saves $10 with consistency will one day manage $10,000 with wisdom. The person who invests small amounts will one day build wealth. But the person who spends every dollar waiting for the big payday will always struggle no matter how much money they touch. Wealth is not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep, how you manage it, and how you multiply it. Money is energy. It flows to those who respect it and stays away from those who abuse it. If you treat money like a tool, it will serve you. If you treat it like a master, it will rule you. That's why financial freedom isn't about having millions, it's about having control. When you know how to manage $100, you'll never fear running out because you trust yourself. But if you can't manage small amounts, you'll always live in fear, no matter how much you make. Your habits around money are a reflection of your self-discipline. Do you spend emotionally or intentionally? Do you save for your future or only live for the moment? Do you invest in things that grow or things that fade? The answers to these questions will show you why your money situation looks the way it does. Money problems are rarely about money. They're about mindset, habits, and self-worth. If you want to attract more money, you have to become the type of person who can handle it. That means developing the discipline to budget, the patience to save, and the wisdom to invest. It means shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of saying, I don't have enough, start saying, I am learning to multiply what I have. Instead of chasing quick money, focus on building long-term wealth. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with money is because they see it as the goal. They think having more will finally give them happiness, freedom, or validation. But money is not the goal. Money is the byproduct of who you become. Wealth flows to people who bring value to the world. If you focus on becoming more valuable through your skills, your discipline, and your mindset, money will naturally follow. But if you chase money without mastering yourself, you'll always feel like you're running in circles. Money is a tool to create the life you want, but it will never give you purpose, peace, or happiness. Those things come from within. When you understand that, your whole relationship with money changes. You stop chasing it, and you start attracting it. You start seeing it as something outside of you, and you start seeing it as something that flows through you. Financial freedom is not about how much you have, it's about how much you master yourself. It's about knowing that you don't need to wait for more to become disciplined, responsible, and wise. You can start right where you are, whether you have $10 or $10,000. The habits you build today will determine the wealth you create tomorrow. Money will always be a reflection not just of your habits, but of your mindset, your self-discipline, and your vision. When you become the type of person who respects money, attracts money, and multiplies money, you will never have to chase money again. It will flow to you naturally. Alignment is the secret weapon behind every truly powerful life. When your words, mind, emotions, and money move in the same direction, you create a force that makes success inevitable. Alignment isn't just about setting goals. It's about becoming the kind of person whose thoughts, actions, and habits all work together toward a greater vision. Without alignment, life feels like a constant struggle. You're working hard but not seeing results. You're busy but you're not moving forward. But when everything inside of you starts pulling in the same direction, you tap into a power that makes progress feel natural. Alignment starts with clarity. You can't align what you haven't defined. Most people struggle because they're chasing too many things at once. They want success, but their habits are aligned with laziness. They want wealth, but their emotions are trapped in fear and doubt. They want peace, but their words are full of negativity. Without clarity, your energy becomes scattered, and scattered energy creates scattered results. The first step to alignment is getting crystal clear on what you really want. Not just what sounds good, but what your soul is truly called to. Once you have clarity, the next step is aligning your thoughts with your vision. Your mind is the engine that drives your entire life. If you're thinking one way but trying to live another, you're creating resistance within yourself. You can't expect to live a life of abundance while constantly thinking thoughts of lack. You can't build confidence while entertaining thoughts of self-doubt. Every thought you allow into your mind is either pushing you closer to your vision or pulling you away from it. Alignment means choosing thoughts that match the future you're building, even when your current reality doesn't look like it yet. Your words are the glue that holds your alignment together. What you speak creates the atmosphere for your entire life. When your words align with your vision, They act like commands to the universe. But when your words contradict your vision, they block your progress. You can't speak doubt and expect to attract opportunities. You can't complain about your situation and expect it to improve. Every word you speak is either reinforcing your alignment or breaking it. Speak life, even when you're surrounded by struggle. Declare victory, even when you're still fighting the battle. Alignment isn't just about your inner world, it's about how you manage your money too. Money flows to those who are aligned with abundance, discipline, and responsibility. If you're trying to build wealth, but your spending habits are reckless, you're out of alignment. If you're saying you want financial freedom, but refusing to budget, you're out of alignment. Money is energy. It moves toward order and away from chaos. When you align your spending, saving, and investing habits with your long-term vision, money will start flowing into your life naturally. The most powerful people in the world aren't the ones working the hardest. They're the ones living in the deepest alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, words, and actions all move toward the same vision, you become unstoppable. You stop forcing things and start attracting them. You stop chasing success and start embodying it. Alignment creates power because it removes resistance. It allows you to flow with life instead of fighting against it. But alignment isn't something you achieve once. It's something you maintain daily. It requires constant self-awareness, constant course correction, and constant discipline. Every morning you have to decide, will my thoughts align with my vision today? Will my words align with my goals? Will my emotions align with my purpose? Will my money habits align with the future I'm building? The truth is, life always rewards alignment. When you're aligned, opportunities will find you. The right people will show up, resources will flow, doors will open without you forcing them. But when you're out of alignment, no amount of hard work will produce lasting results. Alignment creates power because it transforms success from something you chase into something you attract. It allows your entire being to move as one unified force toward your vision. The more aligned you become, the faster your life will shift. If you've been grinding without seeing results, it's not because you're not capable, it's because you're out of alignment. Mastering your words, mind, emotions, and money isn't about controlling separate parts of your life, it's about bringing them into harmony. The life you're meant to live is already within you, waiting to be unlocked. The moment you align every part of yourself with that vision, you'll stop struggling and start flowing. The power isn't outside of you, it's been in you all along. The question is, are you ready to align with the life you're destined for? Self-mastery is the foundation of wealth because every result in your life is a reflection of who you are on the inside. Wealth isn't just about how much money you have, it's about the type of person you become in the process of creating it. True wealth starts within. The habits you build, the discipline you develop, and the mindset you cultivate will always determine how much you attract and how long you can sustain it. Without self-mastery, any money you gain will eventually slip away. But when you master yourself, wealth becomes a byproduct of who you are. Wealth is not something you chase, it is something you attract by the person you become. Most people spend their lives trying to get rich without ever becoming the type of person who can handle wealth. They want the money, but they don't want to become disciplined. They want financial freedom, but they don't want to control their impulses. The truth is, money will always flow to those who can manage themselves first. If you can't control your thoughts, emotions, or spending habits, you'll never control your financial future. Self-mastery begins in the mind. Your thoughts are the blueprint for everything you create. If you constantly think small, you'll live small. If you think abundance, you'll attract abundance. But mastering your mind isn't just about positive thinking, it's about mental discipline. It's about choosing focus over distraction. It's about feeding your mind with knowledge instead of entertainment. It's about shutting down negative self-talk before it becomes a belief. Every wealthy person you admire learned how to master their mind before they mastered their bank account. The greatest battle you'll ever fight is the one inside your own head. Your mind will always try to pull you back to what's familiar, even if what's familiar is struggle. Self-mastery means breaking those mental patterns and training your mind to believe in the future you're creating, not the reality you're currently living. It means choosing long-term vision over short-term gratification. The moment you learn to control your mind, you unlock the first level of wealth. But self-mastery doesn't stop in your mind, it flows into your emotions. Most people allow their emotions to dictate their decisions, especially when it comes to money. They spend out of boredom, frustration, or insecurity. They quit when they feel discouraged. They procrastinate when they feel afraid. Wealth is never built on emotion, it's built on discipline. Self-mastery means learning how to feel everything without letting those feelings dictate your action. You can feel tired and still show up. You can feel afraid and still invest. You can feel discouraged and still stay consistent. Your emotions are valid, but they are not instructions. Wealth flows to those who can control themselves in moments of doubt, fear, and temptation. Every time you choose discipline over impulse, you're building the internal strength required to handle wealth. If you can't master your emotions with $100, you'll never master them with $1 million. The size of the money doesn't change the habits create the money. Self-mastery also shows up in how you manage your time. Time is your most valuable resource, but most people spend it like it's unlimited. They scroll, binge watch, and procrastinate, then wonder why their bank account looks the way it does. Wealthy people understand that every hour wasted is money lost. Self-mastery means structuring your time around your goals, not your feelings. It means prioritizing growth, learning, and execution over entertainment. If you can't manage your time, you'll never manage your money. One of the most overlooked forms of self-mastery is how you manage your money, no matter how little or how much you have. Most people think they'll start budgeting, saving, or investing once they make more. But the truth is, if you can't master $100, you'll never master $10,000. Self-mastery means telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. It means learning to delay gratification, live below your means, and multiply what you have. Wealth doesn't come to those who make the most. It comes to those who manage the best. The greatest secret of wealth is this: money is the reward for self-discipline. Every dollar you save is a vote for your future self. Every impulse you resist is a step toward financial freedom. Every wise decision you make is laying the foundation for a life of abundance. Wealth isn't built in one big breakthrough. It's built in the small, unseen decisions you make every single day.